All right, it's 1 o'clock, so we'll go ahead and get things started. Uh, I'm Amanda LeBlanc. I am the Pilot Project Program Coordinator for the CIEHS. So I just wanted to do a little bit of an introduction to the Pilot Project Program. So of course, the CIEHS research seeks to understand how lifestyle factors interact with exposure to environmental toxicants in human health and disease, and then how that affects life stage, genetics, and gender influence with these interactions. The major goal is to enhance the capacity for environmental health here at U of L. And then the way that the pilot project program works into this is that we're wanting to foster novel research, really forming the basis for new extramural grant applications. The aims of the pilot project, the overall goal, of course, is to increase environmental health research at U of L. And we want to do that in one of three different ways. The first, of course, is to foster new research projects related to environmental exposure, lifestyle factors, through the provision of these pilot project funds. The second is why we're here today, is to disseminate this research findings from the funded pilot projects through this annual Research Louisville event. And then aim 3 is really geared towards the return on investment. We want to see promotion and facilitation of submission of new grant applications based on the research originating from these funded pilot projects. So the targets of the pilot projects, there's one of 4 different ways that we can do this. First target is through the new investigators in the early stages of their career. This is in coordination with the Center Career Development Committee, to provide research support for promising new investigators receiving mentoring through the center. The other way we do this is through our community partners. Using this community-led citizen science approach, individuals from the community are eligible to submit pilot project applications focused on environmental health problems of local or regional significance. And we do this in coordination with mentoring from our Community Engagement Corps. Established investigators from other fields who can bring novel expertise into the center is also a target. This is done in collaboration with the existing CIEHS members or associate members. And then lastly, the established members of the CIEHS. We want to develop novel research directions with high potential for funding from the NIEHS. So there's one of 4 different types of awards currently. The first 2 might be very familiar with. The interdisciplinary award really goes up to about $50,000 in direct costs. This is intended to bring the investigators from other fields into environmental health and has the potential to produce synergistic effects on research productivity, bringing together new combinations of investigators, really trying to forge these new novel pathways. A new direction award, that goes up to about $40,000 in direct costs. This proposed project must be highly innovative and very distinct from the applicant's currently funded research. The third way is our Community Engaged Award. This goes up to $20,000 in direct costs. This has to involve interaction with the community members within that geographic focus of our center. So we call that the Louisville Regional Community, and that encompasses both Kentuckiana and Western Kentucky. And it must impact an environmental problem of local or regional significance. And then lastly, the Career Development Award goes up to $50,000 in direct costs. And individuals receiving this type of award is identified by the CIEHS Executive Committee, and then they are supported and mentored concurrently through the career development component of the Admin Corps. So our year 1 projects that we'll be presenting today incorporate all 4 of those type of awards. We have the New Direction Pilot Project Award from Dr. Zhang, and his co-investigator, Ichi Mo, will be presenting today. Then we'll follow that up with 2 of the Interdisciplinary Pilot Project Awards, Drs. Ellis and Dupre, and then also Dr. Jala will be presenting. And I just wanted to highlight that Dr. Jala has one of the spotlight videos that you can find on the website. So I just put a little screen capture there from the middle of his video, but that just went live recently and it looks great. And then the Career Development Pilot Project, that's Dr. Banerjee. He'll be presenting his project. And then lastly, we get to see the Community Engaged Pilot Project Award from Dr. Sanyang down at Western Kentucky. So I'm looking very forward to hearing from all of these investigators. And just a quick update before I turn it over to our first presenter. We now are able to do no-cost extension requests online through our website. So you can find the link on our the pilot project program part of the CIEHS website. We'll soon be releasing the RFAs for the 2022 cycle. We intend to have a letter of intent due in December and then a full proposal due in February. And I'll be able to give much more details about that at our CIEHS retreat. And then new for 2022, we will be incorporating a lay summary involved in the letter of intent that will then get ranked by our community engagement core, the stakeholder and advisory board, because we want to really bring in the community into determining, what projects and applications do they feel is important to them in the community. So with that, I will go ahead and introduce our first speaker,